What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm joined by the black sock wearing, thong wearing, goatee sporting.
Gershwan!
That's not him.
No.
And welcome to For the Greater.
This is a video series where you ask us questions down in the comment section below by putting question in front of your question, because we get to those questions first. That's how we filter through all your questions, just in case you're new to this and this is your first time doing this.
Right.
It certainly wasn't AADD's first time. He asks, aren't the Tau worried that humans in their empire can become affected by chaos? So first, let's break it down. Why would a human be with the Tau Empire? Those are called Gue'vesas. And so basically they are just humans who were encountered by the Tau, and usually by friendly means, diplomatic means, they just become members of the Empire and ignore the Imperium.
Right.
Now, the big thing about Tau is that Tau don't really get affected by chaos because they don't register within the warp.
Well, they do. They're just like little blips.
Yeah, like little dots. Think of like you sunk my battleship when you put the little blips on there.
And they're like they're like a canoe compared to a battleship.
Exactly. So chaos incursions within the Tau Empire are not very common. Now with the Gue'vesas, how do they do it?
They don't.
You don't think Gue'vesas ever get
I haven't heard of anything to that matter. I mean, it would be a really badass story where like you have a Gue'vesa that gets corrupted, and then you got the Tau fighting against chaos and whatnot. But I've never heard of anything like that happening.
Yeah.
That might be because of the ethereals. Everybody's saying that they have a sort of like brainwashing or mind control, and maybe that can also blanket the psychic presence of the Tau or whatever they're near. So that might be a theory.
Yeah, that is a good theory, because it's like how can you corrupt a mind that has already been controlled by something else? Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that if for whatever reason, like a human empire or a new human planet gets conquered by the Tau and a chaos incursion does occur, I'm pretty sure that Tau are quick to destroy it.
Yeah.
So in a way, they're a lot similar to the Imperium than we thought, because like when chaos is found within the Imperium or a planet, like up to the Exterminatus, so maybe the Tau would also do the same. I wonder. Well, like you said, it doesn't really come up in the stories.
Right. I mean, the Tau are very gullible. I mean, after all, they allied with Dark Eldar, who like they just look sketchy. But I'm pretty sure if they encountered some demons, they'll be like, hey, you want to join the greater good?
Yeah.
And yeah, that won't end well.
Next question.
This one is by CZD0R. How Eldar address the Emperor. Do you think they recognize him as an unusually powerful entity, or just wiser and stronger than your average Mon K?
Exactly. It's just like yeah.
I mean, Eldar already look down upon humanity, and they're just be like, oh, look at this little, false emperor thing. Why would they praise that guy?
Yeah, they probably look down on the Emperor as well.
Mm-hmm. Or do they?
I think the majority would, and I think like the Farseers and like the higher ups, they have a little bit more respect because they know he's a good psyker. But at the same time, he's so weak that he has to be on the golden throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next question comes from Jim Dighton. Is there any humans who have successful and advanced civilizations outside of the Imperium that was abandoned but survived and thrived? Not really. Most of those were encountered during the Dark Crusade, and then right away they were
brought into the Imperial fold.
Basically, yeah.
It's very hard in the 40k universe to not only survive, but thrive. Like, it's possible to have a little civilization, off in the corner that's barely, surviving, but, you got Tyranids, Orcs, Chaos. There's too much going on that they probably won't survive without joining one of the bigger factions.
Yeah, you could check out our 40 facts, though, on... there's three. There's three specific civilizations that existed during the Dark Crusade, and we've already created videos for them. If you check out our playlist, I think they're just in the There's a special playlist for them, I believe. If not, I'll try to put it in the comment section or in the description. Next one.
Rodney Kelly. Hey guys, what do you guys think about that 40k Monopoly game?
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, I thought it was like an April Fool's kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people putting up fake news.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think it's a thing. It's not out yet, as far as I know, but it's basically Monopoly with like a 40k skin on it. It's just what everybody wanted. A game that takes longer than 40k to play.
Yeah.
I've never finished a game of Monopoly.
Yeah.
Have you?
Nope. I
remember there was like a year or so that like our friends would get together and play Monopoly, and like.
But you guys would start a new game every time.
Yeah, we tried to continue it once, but then people would be like hiding money and like stashing it away and stuff like that. So secretly putting another house on your property.
Next question comes from Brandon Felix. How intelligent can an orc get? They can be very intelligent. The most intelligent one alive right now is Archimedes, and he created the teleporter. So they're smart enough to create teleportation devices. That's pretty smart. Next question.
This one's by Michael Howell. What would happen if a servant of Chaos Undivided lost the patronage of 1, 2, 3, or all of the gods? And then his other question is, what if Malice was part of the pantheon of the Undivided? So if you're part of the Chaos Undivided faction, so to speak, that just means you don't praise the gods.
Right.
Like, you still believe in chaos and whatnot, but you're not like devoted to Khorne. You're not Tzeentch's servant. Well, you can be part of his plan, but you don't, outright praise Tzeentch. So it's not like all 4 of them are empowering you. You're just
a free agent.
There you go.
Yeah. You're a renegade, I think they're called. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah.
Yeah, Chaos Renegades.
Yep. And then as far as if Malice was the part of Pantheon, it would be nice. It would be really cool. I don't really see why people get all crazy about him coming back. Or him even not being canon. Like, when you deal with anything that has multiple dimensions, well, in this case, the warp, anything is possible.
I mean, he could be there, just not there. Does that make sense? No.
Next one. I have one from Dulugats. Does the Imperium do selective breeding of people with great genes? Some planets, yeah. Most planets, though, that are breeding, that have the need to breed that much, it's because they have to provide imperial tithes, and at that point, they don't really care about your genetics. They just want to pump it out people. And that's why mutants occur, and then they have to kill them, and yeah.
Super Saiyan Diclonius. Can orcs ever be good? And it gives us an example, but we get what you mean. Can orcs be like the good guys?
Yeah, they can. So there's a lot of stories of orcs or orc mercenaries. So they're called weird boys, or I guess the pirates, who ally with the Imperium, will help rogue traders. But they're kind of they're never gonna be the main protagonists, but they are gonna be the side mission guy that helps you out a little bit, but then at the same time sells you for a higher bidder or whatever.
Kind of
betrays you.
The comic relief guy.
Yeah.
In 40k standards.
Yeah. Next one.
Davey D. What's your opinion on Post Malone?
Guilty pleasure. Yeah, guilty pleasure.
I mean, I've only heard his mainstream stuff, so I don't know too much about his style, his pizzazz. But I mean, he's posty.
Yeah,
I mean, I think everybody just jumped on his bandwagon when he became Post Malone. But I want to say Gersh was there when he was pre-Malone.
Pre-Malone.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite though was Water Malone.
Ooh.
Next question comes from Arter Ross. If you could own any animal in Warhammer, what would it be and why? That's a good question.
Do orcs count as animals?
No, I mean,
Do humans count as animals?
Exactly, and you count humans as animals too. A cyber mastiff would be cool because it's like a dog, so it's not too creepy, but then at the same time, it's like a robotic dog. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you gotta like charge it like a Tesla?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Do you charge Teslas?
Yeah, you
right?
do.
Yeah.
Yep. They have that stuff.
I think I want to go with like a little tyrannid gaunt, because like they'll go back to their instinctive behaviors, and then you
They'll
can
just bite you.
Right, but it'd be like, oh, look what I got. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it and don't open the cage. It's like a gremlin, but worse.
Don't get it wet.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Ooh.
Next question comes from Harsh Haze. If you were dropped into 40k universe, where would you want to be placed? And if you could bring something from our world to 40k, what would it be? So first, where would you want to be placed?
I think the safest place would probably be in a Tau-controlled area. Well, it wouldn't be the safest, but I feel like you'd have a good chance of surviving. Because I could just be like, oh yeah, I praise the greater good, and then you're there, your family. It's like when you go to Olive Garden. When you're here, your family.
So the Tau Empire is basically Olive Garden in the future.
Where them breadsticks at? Oh.
And then what would you like to bring to this world? Breadsticks.
Yeah, they probably got some breadsticks though. I'd probably bring my PS4, and we could play some Fortnite.
Fortnite? You don't need the internet for that?
Tau got universal internet.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I would want to go to Terra because I would like to visit the Emperor, and I would bring a good book. Last question.
Gracian, Killian, something like that. If Farsight kills the Eldar, will he become permanently immortal because they have a very long lifespan? Kind of. So Farsight's been killing orcs, and just by killing one orc, he should technically already be immortal. Because orcs don't die of natural causes; they just die from like war. You know, basically, that's it.
Unless it's about fate, right? Because we talked about this before.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So like an orc might live forever, have the potential to live forever, but fate will have him get shot in the head by his Gretchen tomorrow. Right. So he only gets one life.
Or one day of that life.
Right. Same thing with the Eldar, right?
Right, yeah. The Eldar he's going to die in 20 years, 3 months, and 2 days, then that gets added to Farsight. But then there comes a question that, isn't it fate that Farsight would kill you today, so then aren't you not gaining their life?
Exactly. So you can die whenever.
Right. Wishy-washy.
And those, or was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
And those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. We have a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon. It's a simple $1 a month. It helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't, we understand. Simply by liking, commenting, and sharing, it helps out our channel. Yeah.
And if you want more 40k stuff, be sure to check us out on Instagram,
Facebook, Pinterest, maybe, Tumblr, maybe,
Grindr, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm the Sound Alchemist,
Gershwan,
and we are out of here.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.